Hi, and welcome to Chef Rey's Treasures of Food. It's all about color with Chef Rey's Treasures of Food. If there's no color on the plate, I'm not gonna eat. I wanna eat before I taste the food, so therefore there has to be color on that white plate. Simple as that.
I keep running to my dreams, I'm a dreamer, baby. Read a caption from a chick talking down, baby. Said don't date a dreamer past a certain age. If you stop dreaming, living like a slave. Keep me motivated, I don't want a best chick. I'm so underrated, faith keep me on my...
Hello, and welcome to Chef Rey's Treasures of Food. It is Holy Week. We started with Palm Sunday on this past March. And for me, Easter represents a renewing, a refreshing. I know for most people, we take January the 1st as that refresh, restart, reboot. But Easter has a way, because it is Resurrection Sunday, it has special meaning for all walks of Christianity. So for me, I call it the refresh. If you just think about a year ago, how far we've come, because this time last year, I don't know about you, but for myself, I was by myself, traditionally, family on Easter, lots of food, you name it. Fast forward, what a difference a year makes. So this year, actually on this Sunday, I actually will be able to get together with some family members. And for us, of course, it's all about the treasures of family, food, and fellowship. So today, I thought I would share two recipes with you: cornbread dressing and potato salad. Now, I know in my family, the first thing we ask when we go to a function, be it a reunion, Thanksgiving, Easter dinner, whatever it is, if potato salad and cornbread dressings is on the menu, the first thing we ask is, who made it? If the answer isn't correct with the correct name, we's like, no problem, I made my own back home. When I get home, I'll eat it. So today, I'm actually going to start with my family recipe, which is traditional potato salad. My mom made wonderful potato salad. She was actually the designated person for potato salad when we had barbecue cookouts, or just basically potato salad was on the menu. My mom made an awesome potato salad. My baby brother, as we call him, Cooley, would always volunteer my mom for her famous potato salad that he would take to work or the different functions. And then last but not least, we are a big cornbread dressing family. My sister Jane, that's her claim to fame. She makes a good cornbread dressing, but my aunt, who you've seen in my earlier videos, my Aunt Dorothy, the 85-year-old. Now, if you tell her that somebody else makes better dressing than her, there's a possibility that there's gonna be a fight. So, Aunt Dorothy, I'm going to mimic your cornbread dressing. And we're gonna do it the old-fashioned Southern way. So there's gonna be some gizzard, a little bit of turkey neck meat in there as well. So let's get ready. I've always wanted to give you a treasure every week of the show. So the treasure this week for the potato salad, right, is I use red potatoes, new potatoes. Why? Because versus the Idaho potato, the red potato, the flavoring is much better than the Idaho potato. But the most important thing about the red potato, the new potato, is it holds its composition. Now, for me, potato salad, I like to be able to see the chunks of the potato. I like to be able to not only see the chunks, but also feel the texture of the potato. I don't like potato salad that I can drink through a straw. That means it looks like mashed potatoes. That's not potato salad. Potato salad should have some chunks. And as you can see, I have different compositions of potatoes in here. So trust me, if you make your potato salad with new potatoes, family and friends will want to know, what did you do different? Because they're going to taste the difference in the flavor. You take your new potato, basically you're going to peel it. When you dice them, put them in cold water. I also cook them down with a little bit of salt and pepper in the water, as well as garlic salt. And the reason why is I'm a big fan I'm all about seasoning on the back end, but if I can render flavor into whatever I'm cooking before I have to plate it or finish the final product, it makes the product that I'm presenting so much better. So basically you're gonna peel the potatoes as I stated, cube them up, add a little bit of salt and pepper, and I do garlic salt, right? So this potato it already has great flavor. You can taste the S&P in it as well as the garlic salt, to where when I go to make my adjustments after mixing the potato salad, it'll be very little, if any at all. Alrighty, so what makes a good potato salad outside of the treasure of the red potato? Eggs. So I take my egg and I slice it in half, right? And I just basically rough chop it into the potato salad. And as I stated, this is 5 pounds, and I'll do anywhere from 8 to 10 whole eggs. And a lot of people are probably thinking, gosh, Chef, that's a lot of eggs. Not really, because you want to be able to not only taste the eggs, but you actually want to see just a little bit of the rendering of the eggs in the potato salad. I always do my potatoes the day before. So I actually peeled and boiled these yesterday, let them cool down, and I refrigerated them overnight. So that way the flavor actually becomes a bit more intense, meaning the S&P and the garlic that has cooked into the potatoes. Alrighty, so we've got our eggs in. Now, one other art that I've always learned, when you go to mix anything that you're making, be it a casserole, potato salad, I literally get everything into the bowl and I do one stir. And the reason why is if you stir every time that you add a component to whatever it is you're making, you're basically breaking down the protein or whatever it is, the vegetable that whatever you're making. At the end of the day, it just basically, you've broken it down because you've stirred it for 30 minutes mixing it. That's a no-no. So we've got our eggs. Next art is, in my fresh veggies, I've got green onions, shallots, celery, and I use red and yellow bell peppers. So this is about 1.5 cups, and I'm gonna start with just 1 cup of our fresh veggies, okay? And you know, in a potato salad, if family don't see green onions, they definitely not gonna mess with it, right? I told you I was gonna do 1 cup, but I decided to do 1.5 cups. Next, we're gonna add just a little bit of pimentos. Now, I'm a pimento fan. Some people don't like them, but I use it just for color. And I don't use much. I just use about a good tablespoon of them, right? I don't particularly have a specific brand of relish, sweet relish I use. I just pick the one that's on sale. So it all does the same. Now we've got our eggs, our fresh veggies in here, which are the onions, shallots, celery, our pimentos, and we just added our sweet relish. The next treasure that I'm going to share with you is the actual filling. I have 1.5 cups of mayonnaise. Now, this is a shout out to Hellmann's. I love Kraft too, but from a mayonnaise standpoint, I'm a Hellmann's guy. So I have 1.5 cups of Hellmann's. Also, from the Kraft, I have 1/2 cup of Kraft salad dressing. And then I have 1/4 cup of mustard, and I blend it all together. So we're gonna add this to our mixture here. I'm just going to mix it all in. Okay, so we've got everything mixed in. And as you can see, it's perfect. This is family reunion barbecue Southern potato salad. We're gonna taste to see if we need to adjust with a little bit of S&P. Some people, they love their paprika and their potato salad. Well, I don't do paprika. And as you can see, it's perfect potato salad. So I'm gonna refrigerate this again and get ready for the cornbread dressing, because literally I'm already Easter Sunday hungry. Okay, family, well, we got our potato salad refrigerating again. Very simple, as I demonstrated for you. Remember the treasure, The treasure is red new potatoes. I promise you, if you begin making your potato salad with red new potatoes, family and friends will want to know what have you done different. And you can say, Chef Rey told me to use red new potatoes. That's my treasure. So let's talk cornbread dressing. Usually we don't have cornbread dressing until Thanksgiving, but I believe it's a year-round side dish. I love dressing as long as it has been prepared properly. So let's talk about the treasures of cornbread dressing. Of course, you're gonna start with cornbread. Everybody has a basic cornbread recipe. I know I'm always surprised at holiday time, particularly Thanksgiving, when I'm shopping and I see everybody in line with either Jiffy cornbread or I think it's Martha White, when all of that money that you're spending on cornbread, where you still basically have to add egg and milk, all you need to do is get you a cup of flour and a cup of cornmeal. $2, and you're spending, probably what, $7 on cornbread, right? But each his own. It's always best that it's mixed cold, meaning prepare the corn. You can prepare cornbread 2 or 3 days in advance and literally refrigerate it, or if you prepare it weeks in advance, freeze it. But nonetheless, it needs to be cold. Pull it out at room temperature. Crumble our cornbread, right? And I just crumble it with my hands here. This is a half a full pan of cornbread, which was 2 recipes. And I actually let my cornbread cook a little bit longer because I like the darkness of it. We're gonna add our white bread, and I just tear it into pieces. You can use, any old bread you have in the pantry or at home. So now we're gonna saute our veggies. We've got our green onions, shallots, celery, white onions, and our bell peppers. And we have, we're gonna saute them down with 4 tablespoons of butter till they're translucent. As you can see, I have my turkey necks. And what I do is I actually buy the smoked turkey necks. I actually boil down the smoked turkey necks that actually makes my broth that we're gonna use to mix the dressing. So basically I boil them down and I pull them off the bone. And I tell you what, my dad used to love smoked pork bones, but them turkey necks doesn't have anything on it. The next secret is my gizzards. And we're gonna use gizzards twofold. We're gonna use them in our dressing, and I'm going to keep just a little back to make our giblet gravy. I'm gonna show you a really quick, simple giblet gravy in the end for our dressing. And then we have our spices. So I have sage and poultry seasoning. Now, the sage and the poultry seasoning, I always tell people, if your stock, meaning our broth here that's cooked down, has the great flavor of turkey already in it, which it does, don't overkill on the sage and poultry, because the worst thing about biting into some cornbread dressing is if you taste nothing but either sage or poultry seasoning, or the combination of the two, but you want to be able to taste it on the back end. And then we'll finish with a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of garlic, alrighty? And then also I add just a little bit of oil for moisture into the dressing as well. And then our last binding agent, we will add in, for 2 recipes of the cornbread dressing, I add in 6 eggs. So we're going to add our gizzards, but we're gonna leave a little bit back for our giblet gravy. We're gonna add in our turkey neck. We're gonna do the taste here. That's our poultry seasoning. This is actually 2 tablespoons, so I'm gonna do about a tablespoon and a half. If I need to render a little more, the balance, I will. And this is 2 tablespoons of sage. Then we'll add a little bit of our black pepper and a little bit of our garlic. And then we're gonna whisk in our eggs. We're gonna go ahead and mix. Man, it literally smells like Thanksgiving here on set. So now we're gonna add in our stock that we boiled down our turkey necks. 3 cups that I had still remaining. We're gonna add, as I stated, I had a tablespoon of just regular vegetable oil into the dressing as well. And as you can see, man, the last thing and the last treasure I'm gonna give you for today's episode is to give it some height and balance. I add a half a teaspoon of baking powder. So it will bake just like cornbread. So we've got our pan already sprayed here that we baked our cornbread in. We're just gonna cover it with foil. We're gonna place it in the oven on 350. We'll let it bake for about an hour. And then we'll remove the foil and we will allow it to finish baking until the top has a nice golden brown color to it, and it's done all the way in the center. And as you can see, man, it's perfect. I'm gonna place it right here on the counter. Alrighty, so this is a quick giblet gravy. So basically, I rendered some of the stock from our turkey necks. I saved some. I saved some of our gizzards, so we're gonna add our gizzards here. And I saved 2 of our eggs, and we're gonna add our eggs. Giblet. Giblet gravy. I've really gone old school this week, man. But it's gonna be an unbelievable dinner, I tell you what. Alrighty, so what I've got here is my slurry, and I basically just browned some flour in the oven. Basically, it's a dry roux, and I usually make up a full like 5 cups of dry roux whenever I need. I keep it on available whenever I'm going to do a gravy or a sauce, or mainly for gumbo is why I have it. Keep it in the freezer. So we're going to add our slurry here to thicken our broth here for our giblet. As far as my family, they want it brown just like that with the giblets and the eggs in it, and it's ready to go. That's perfect potato salad. You see that color? Oh man. Now, it's only right because I'm on set. They're less than 3 weeks away, but actually they just told me that O2 or mom has dilated 1 centimeter. So O2 literally is ready to come. And you know what? What better meal? Don't come yet, O2. You're not quite ready. Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday. And as I stated in the opening, for me, it's all about refresh, meaning rebirth. And O2 will be here. What a gift. So the least I can do, right? Because I tell you what, let me talk serious for a moment. You can stay here. Come on in, give me some love. So now I called O'Shea back in December, and I told him what I wanted to do with the YouTube show, right? And O'Shea and I had worked many different other projects prior to pitching this YouTube show. And this is a true testimony. So O'Shea told me all he had going on, and I said, well, O'Shea, I'll commit to you. Wherever I go, I'm gonna take y'all with me, right? And unbeknownst to me, here it is 90 days into the show, and I tell you, God has overwhelmingly exceeded beyond and beyond, above and beyond, as the word of God says, in blessing us. And we're going to have early resurrection Easter Sunday dinner because we've got our cornbread dressing, our potato salad. That potato salad look good, don't it? I've got maybe some smoked ham and turkey breast, of course our green beans, and we can't do without my signature cheesecake. But one thing that I do want to encourage everybody, as I say, it's a refresh, rebirth. O2 will be here in about 3 weeks. And God, I hope y'all know this, right? There's a gift, right? You know that, right? Mm-hmm. He's a gift,
Absolutely.
right? And I'm gonna make sure you do right by the gift. I already have. I've been feeding him for the last 5 months in January. But I am forever grateful to O'Shea, as well as Chanel, for letting me invade her space and time with her husband. Because believe it or not, it looks really simple on film what we're doing, but just to give you a kind of backdrop to the whole process of what we do every week, because I was the one that told O'Shea and literally convinced him, let's do a show every week, without really thinking about it. Even though I knew the process and how much work it was going to take, he never blinked and he says, we're going to do it. And then every week when we shoot, he says, we're taking it to the next level, Chef. So right now, I just want to give all praises and glory to God and let you know, those that have subscribed, those that will see this video, take Easter Sunday and actually take today, which will be Friday, Good Friday, and forget about what happened yesterday. But whatever moment you're in right now, you're watching it, my show, live in that moment. Don't worry about tomorrow, because the Word of God says that's not even our concern. He wants you to live right now, today. So live today. God will take care of tomorrow. And let it be a refresh. God bless. And most important, I am forever grateful to each and every one of you that take time out every week to literally watch Chef Rey Treasures of Food. And it's not just about food, but as you can see, it's about family, fellowship, and love. God bless. Happy Resurrection Sunday.
Peace.